slowly start percolating down, and there are billions of mouths waiting. The soil animals are waiting to gobble it up. They live in the water column. And what remains is a small amount of solid matter, and the rest of it comes out as a liquid. Every time it's regularly flushed, like at a Western toilet. Every time you pour 1 bucket or 2 buckets of water, equivalent amount of water is discharged from that down. So you're constantly adding fresh water. And the water that comes out is a grey water. I put vetiver and I put canna, and I make sure that there's no groundwater pollution. And I keep watching it visibly, and I see it's drip, drip, drip. I've not seen any particulate matter come so far. It's been clear. It has worked for me, but I don't know the chemistry. I have not tested the discharge, so I don't know. So this is the one that I still use.
So do you have a slope in the L-shaped thing? How does it come out?
No, you build it into the brickwork. Before you finish the brickwork, you fit the pipe in such a way, you decide where the water level is going to be, and then you make a hole about 3 inches above the water level, and then you insert and fit the L pipe in, and then you seal it. There's no air going into it, it's completely anaerobic. There's not even a vent pipe. There is a vent pipe upstart, because the fecal matter that's coming in is coming from a chamber, and that chamber is not a vent pipe. So obviously air is coming in from there also. But what is actually digesting it is a colony of aquatic animals, aquatic organisms, of which there are billions, unknown to us, and more get ingress from there. See, water itself has bacteria. And that goes and colonizes all sorts of things. And your crap is food. And they're digesting. Here, you get nothing as compost. Disadvantages. I won't recommend this to others, but I'm just giving you an overview of my experience with sanitation. This is this PETA, Volunteers for International Assistance. It's an American group. It is, if you Google for it, you'll find the design somewhere. I got an old PETA book. If somebody mails me, I can send a photograph. I can use it also. I can send it to you if you're interested. But it's too much construction, too much cement. My toilets are standard market toilets. I have 3 toilets in my house, and all of them feed to this. But there's no heavy population. I go there 3 days a week. It's okay, it serves me. So far, the questions are, the solids must be accumulating in the space below the pipe and the floor. But at some point, they must come out. My personal experience, they have not. But if it's a family of 6 using their full time, I don't know what will happen. It's too much of a mess. But it's workable because you can remove the manhole and dredge out the bottom solids. Okay, it's a bit of a mess. You don't have to do that. But I would say the drop toilet is the best. That's the overview of my sanitation experience. I will take questions if you have. Yeah. Hand wash? Regular water.
And like instead of soap,
In Coimbatore, we don't use soap. We use Kali soap. But in the toilet itself, there's no soap. But you can keep soap. See, Kali soap is good because they use oil. There's no detergent, there's no chemicals. So pure oil soap is caustic. It's good soap. You should not worry about it. Or if you like, you can use Sika. Sika? You can use that. Pardon? Which one? Tamarind, I don't know.
Sobna to Shika.
It's going to be oil and caustic with the interact. It's a 25.
Yeah, it's different.
That's how you make soap. By the way, you must be knowing how to make simple soap from ash. You can make soap from ash. You read about it. You can make excellent soap. Put a lot of wood ash, gather it all, and pour hot water, and it percolates down when you get a caustic. And if you touch it, it will burn the front. It's so solid. And you mix that with any oil in a certain proportion, and you get wonderful liquid soap. That's also making this. it's a caustic acting with fat.
So instead of buying this caustic soda, we make our own.
Yeah, you can make
ಅವ
liquid soap.
ಮಧುರ ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಲೆ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆಯ್ತು
ಮಾತು ವಾಚ್
If you
ಕ್ಯಾಶ್
don't want to make good ash,
ఇక్కడ రోడ్లో
you buy
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ நிறைய யூஸ்
9 upon 9 street,
for
you can make a caustic solution, mix it up with oil, and you can get liquid soap. This is actually certain amount of this oil and caustic balances because the soil has alkalis. So it's better than acids.
Every day better than all the different type of acids that we are using in our toilet.
See, your soap, the common soap or the washing detergent you get is full of petrochemicals. Lab. Maybe an alkyl benzene it's called. Am I correct? Yeah, lab. Reliance markets all your the awful looking deadly blue cake that you buy is dead. Kill it. And the people who use it, most of the poor. Because it frauds such a lot, it's cheap, 1 rupee per cutting. They buy it. The rich will go to Khadi will go buy the rest.
Bad for the clothes also.
That's what happens all over, not in India, in every culture. They are ruining the poor.
Why is the human species full of pathogens and other animals can open them?
That's because the food we eat. If we eat very good food, there's no pathogen.
And I've actually experimented with this for a while. Like when I've eaten on an organic food, the kind of feces that comes out, as opposed to inorganic food, it's entirely different. You can easily sense. I mean, sorry for getting scatological here, but you can sense it. You can sense it from the way, like, I mean, I'm getting into a little bit of details, but if you look at an organic food diet, the entire feces is very solid in structure. That's one way to identify whether you're eating healthy.
There's one more telltale indication. In macrobiotics, they will tell you the crap that floats is healthy crap. The crap that sinks, you've got problems. The poo that floats.
It's because of starch, the amount of starch.
The
No, if there's enough fiber, then it will be good.
Roughage. And in macrobiotic, they tell you, look at your poo to see your health. So if it floats, it's good. And normally you eat a lot of meat. I eat meat now and then. I have no problems with that. I'm not a certified vegetarian. By preferentially I'm a vegetarian. I have no problems eating meat. But when I eat meat, I look at my crap, it just doesn't sit at the bottom. When you eat vegetarian food, good vegetarian food, it's fiber. So that's a sign of health. So there is certain thing. I mean, I think if a hunter, when they think, I don't think he will have too many pathogens. If he lives close to the earth. Start eating the processed food. All your preservatives and all of them come and pesticides and fertilizers come. They're very detrimental to the earth. That's the way to go. So, the other question.
biogas.
Yeah. Of course you can. If you got a family of 10, it's wonderful. And you can put a biogas plant. There is a school in Gujarat where all the students' fishes is turned into biogas and used for cooking. It's a perfectly valid solution. And people must adopt it. And they've got all the squeamishness. There's one wonderful man, there's a Gujarati guy, give it to the Gujaratis to solve problems in practical terms. They're wonderful. When there's value for money, and so they have solved this problem. And my friends, Katpagam and Sriyaman pointed out my relative that case. 200 students in a hostel, almost 50% of their cooking needs come from their own inputs. That's a kind of a solutions I love, and we should practice that. So it's workable, it generates methane, and there's a slurry that comes out. See, every digester has got a slurry that comes out. That is a very good organic material that can go into the soil as an additive, it will improve your soil tilth and fiber, increase the water holding capacity. Yep.
Normally, the only one who makes it.
I don't know if they still sell. Last time I called them, they had the packs.
Because that's very, actually, I experienced it. It was very little water.
Yeah.
There is an agency called Scope.
Pardon?
There is an agency called Scope in Musiri.
What is it called?
Scope.
Oh, yeah, I heard about them. Do they still sell it?
Yeah, they sell it. And they construct also.
Ada
Ecosun.
Ada Ecosun.
See, in fact,
Ecosun, Ramalaya used to sell. No, I'm talking about
Normal
two-pit toilet with
they give both. They give sanitation solutions, including Watson.
Basically, it's a fascinating subject. You got to think of it
But
as value.
unfortunately here, in India, it is promoted as a low-cost sanitation. That's the problem. So where we take it, then only poor people. So it is given as a solution only for the poor in the villages, not for general public. So that is why it has taken a stigma that it is a low-cost sanitation, cheap for poor people, and not necessarily for others. Initially, the thrust was on low-cost sanitation. Now only they are changing it as eco-sanitation.
Yeah, you got to have what you call sensible sanitation. The sanitation plays a problem. And if you want to know, I was telling the people who attended the workshop yesterday, this is a small story. If you have the time, I'll tell you. One gentleman read about Point Return and called me, and he runs a software company. And he told me that he has got 1,500 people working in one building in Bombay. It's a very big name, I won't mention it. It's a big company, 1,500 techies like Selva working there, big building. And then he says it's got air conditioning, it's got everything, and he's feeling burdened by the ecological guilt that he's carrying. So he came and asked me, first he asked me, where can I buy 100 acres? I want to plant 1 million trees. So I said, why? Because he said, I got an ecological back conscious because I'm using so much energy and it's all being consumed, and then I'm exporting the knowledge part. I should give a solution. I must recompense for that. So I told him, I'll give you a solution. Will you implement it? Because it'll achieve your objective. So he called me for coffee to the Sheraton. He and his wife came, so I met him, and then I gave him a proposal. And then I said, I'll give you all the leads. There are two companies, one in South Africa and one in Sweden. They make beautiful toilets where the user experience is the same as in the West. So you can remove your existing toilet and fit them. With a little bit of change, you can retrofit the whole thing, a little bit of plumbing, nowhere near the cost of buying 100 acres and planting all the trees. You can convert it all. The difference between these two toilets are they are composting toilets. And every time you lift the toilet seat, one spiral turns it and takes your feces away and it puts it in a chute and it comes down to the ground floor. And on the ground floor, I said, you build a nice biogas digester. You, in the big building car park, I said, one of your 3 cars you sell, and in that one car park, you build a biogas digester, and then you generate excellent biogas, and with that you run your generator and offset some of your air conditioning costs, or run the lift, or run whatever you want. Change all your bulbs into LED lights, and then you prepare a business plan and present it in CII at the next conference when all the captains of industry are sitting, and then you can prove to them how much energy you save for the Bombay Municipal Corporation in transporting the sewage from there. You cut off the sewage line. You tell them, invite them one dramatic day. You say, we are severing ourselves from the sewage line. And you put a block there. And then you say, how much energy that you saved that could have been used in transporting that to the pumping stations, to the central sewage station. And how much energy that you would have saved in the central sewage station to neutralize that and to turn it into grey water. And how much energy that you have created in the place, in your own place. And you do a balance sheet and you will be surprised, you will be moved to tears, and you will all, because of your further self-interest, you will feed your staff more.
it improves the bottom line.
Didn't get that.
That is a self-sustaining business. The more you feed them, the better off you are. Where can you get a solution? This is an original solution of mine. So he went a little quiet thing. I said, I know my solution is very viable, it's very workable, but I apologize, it's not very glamorous. It's not as glamorous as having Indian trees.
So 1,500 what do you mean by
Yeah, I mean, that's a, you can dig the basement and put you can put, yeah, it's engineering. It can be done.
like
You have to innovate, that's all.
Yeah, there's a company called Kligus Multo in Sweden that makes these wonderful toilets that you can put in an apartment and you don't feel the difference.
Similarly,
And there's a company in South Africa.
I've seen in the YouTube, they have the fluidized kind of thing. With like
So there are solutions for people who want to live. You don't have to live too far from the house to make an ecological impact. Well,
a company called Claro, right? It came in the
company called
Claro. They have a sewage system in India. Like it, something like what it's a Swedish company, but they have an Indian.
But they also have with a slightly electric assisted, electric can be solar electric, where it sort of dries the solid waste and reduces the quantity.
yeah, we can put it. Even your Nissan toilet, where people are comfortable using more water, you can put a heater inside to create a heater and connect it to your solar panel, so that provides a warmth to reduce the level of moisture.
I don't know.
No, it is possible. No,
At village level,
pardon me?
at a village level, I think the technology is
It can be done.
Can be
for,
done.
for a community. I'm talking about a community toilet.
In Sweden, there's a lot of wintry days, so they require the composting process is very slow. So it has to be given external heat. So that's why they use it to accelerate the composting. Not so much as to sort of incinerate it.
No, I'm not trying to incinerate that. We're talking about evaporation of water.
Why put water there and use energy to evaporate? I don't know.
I know.
All right?
Just one final question. So did he finally do it?
No, but one of you can do it. When you start a software firm, build it into the design.
No, it will be compelled to do all
I mean, tell me, is it a good solution or not?
Yeah.
Think about it. If you want more Zeri solutions, call me sometime. So this is a book that Hema Jain recommended. I have this book. I read it. It's called the Humanure Handbook. Written by the guy Jenkins, Joseph Jenkins. You don't have to buy it. It's available as a free PDF download. So buy it and read it. The first half is good, but when it talks about designs, you don't have to follow that. But all about soil as a resource. It's a free download. You can download it.
Humanure.
The Humanure Handbook. We were in Shade Street.
No doubt.